Welcome, everybody, to our Wednesday afternoon call. It's July 23rd. We have one more week to go. We have 5 Wednesdays in this month, which makes it good. It gives us a chance to do one more in the month of the training. And, a lot of training that's been going on, a lot of products that we've been having are uh, getting a little, could be cumbersome. A lot of, especially the new people, are kind of hard to keep up with what's happening. I mean, we have the real estate, we have multi-level, multi-family real estate. We've got the BEB 360, and people are saying, "Oh my God, what's the difference between this, that, and the other thing?" Well, I don't blame you for being confused. Today, hopefully, I'll be able to clear at least what the BEB 360 is, and the multifamily and the real estate, that will come at a future training that we'll have. Okay. So what I want to do today is get started and show you. I put it all into a slide. I also have it in a PDF, so later I'll give you the link for that. So after I do the recording and get that all up dated, and I'll send them both out together in the WhatsApp chats. Okay, so you can look for that. So here we go. You don't have to take any notes or anything. Just sit back and relax. Okay. Can everybody see my screen?
That we
Yep.
do.
Yes.
Okay, folks, here we go. Welcome to BEB 360. We've been talking about this for quite a while now, and hopefully today, the way I present this, you'll be able to understand it and move forward with it without any questions. So first of all, I realized a lot of people were asking, what the heck does BEB 360 stand for? Which is always good to know, right? Since we have to have a page on it and everything. So I thought we'd start off this way. BEB 360 stands for Best Employee Benefits. Okay. Now you know, Best Employee Benefits. Now, what they'll do for the companies that you bring in is they'll customize the benefits and give the companies their own benefits private label. So that way they'll be able to have pamphlets, and their website will be customized to themselves, to their own company, which will, make it more professional. Now, first of all, this is for only American companies, and it's for companies with a minimum of 10 employees up to thousands. There's really no limit. Now, as far as the employees go, if you know somebody that has maybe 5 or 6 employees, they're allowing them to use family members and get them included in it to bring it up to a minimum of 10. Okay? Hopefully that's clear. So not only can BEB 360 help companies get fantastic employee benefits, but it can also help companies lower their existing bills without changing vendors. So, we had that before, how to help companies lower their bills. And then we have the employee benefits. Well, now they've merged them together. You can do them separately if a company doesn't want any employee benefits. You can just help them lower their bills without changing their vendors. So you keep that in mind. Now, understanding the business needs. Now, small and mid-sized businesses need a reliable employee benefits solution that is scalable and customizable. This is unique, and they can't really get that anywhere else for what we have to offer. Our platform responds to these demands by offering cost savings. These are keywords you want to utilize also. Improved employee satisfaction and greater workforce retention. This is all important in the economy, the way the economy is these days. You want to be, the companies need as much help as they can get to keep their employees because, the employees will jump ship if they have another company, if there's another company they can go to that has better benefits. So when they do that, the whole company that they come from, loses. So think about that. Now, what I'm doing at the first part of this is going to be basically an overview. So then I'll go into more depth afterwards. So introducing BEB 360. First of all, it has a customizable platform tailored to your business needs. So this is talking to the businesses, right? This is how you're presented to them. The benefits are scalable from 10 to hundreds of employees. They have white labeled your company's branding. Like I said before, they can have their branding on their own URL, their own website, and on pamphlets or whatever they put on it. It'll all be there, and it will be going to that particular company only so that the people, their employees, will really feel that it's something important and it's part of the company for them to be part of. And they'll appreciate it because then that, of course, is for the employees. So the companies will have their dedicated access through portals and mobile apps. Now, the health and wellness benefits. First of all, understand that this isn't insurance, it's not health insurance, but it's got a lot of things that can help help the employees basically, with their life. For example, there's alternative medicine, which is inclusive health options. So that these are all, remember, customizable and a lot of variations to it. And it's what's important to the employees of a particular company. There's something for everybody. You can get virtual doctor visits, free remote consultations, and there's mental health counseling support available. And there's dental and vision access plans and discounts. So again, this isn't insurance, but it's the next best thing. The security and protection, which you don't usually get with other types of benefits, employee benefits, they have the cybersecurity services or cybersecurity solutions. They have insurance discounts like on savings and auto. And just got an email today about being able to save money on insurance from SHG. Now, also, we have tax and financial coaching expert, financial advice, a lot of financial advices and advices, legal services, including a free simple will. That's always unique. Okay, so that's it for security, and there's always more too. This is just a brief overview. Now, what this can do is it can enhance employees' lifestyle. First of all, they can get travel deals to hotels and vacation discounts. They can get entertainment savings, save on leisure activities, a whole bunch of different things. And it also pertains to where they live too. It's in their locales. So when they are part of this, whatever comes up is in their vicinity that they can take advantage of. They have fitness discounts. That's the way of staying healthy, so they don't have to worry about insurance. And then they have work-life support, the balance for employees, you know. So there's an average of four. You can see from left to right. Now, cost reduction strategies. There's expense reduction without changing providers. This, of course, you've heard about, and this is for the companies. These companies can also get payroll and telecom deduction, optimize their business savings, and they can also get utilities and service reduce and get their overheads reduced. Now, the benefit of this, of course, if they can get these benefits and more reduced, all their, bills that they're paying for right now, the money they save can then go into or towards the employee benefits. So that's a win-win for both the companies and the employees. Now, the BEB 360 value proposition. The object of this for the companies is to attract talent, and top benefits for top talents. Because again, nowadays, people are not only looking for a good salary or good hourly pay, but they want and need good benefits. So with what we have to offer, the BEB 360, they can get really good talent when they're searching, doing their hiring, and they can also keep the top talent they already have. Now, the second thing it'll do is because of this, it'll boost morale and improve the workplace happiness. Therefore, again, their employees won't go looking other places to other companies in order to get better benefits. And it will therefore cut the turnover and they'll retain the best of the staff that they have because it takes a long time to train. And when any company has to hire new people, they have to spend a lot of time and money training them. So it's always better to keep the employees they have than constantly hiring new employees. And this is the way that it can be done. And then you have the enhanced culture, which is fostering a supportive environment. So when the employees have these types of benefits, they feel appreciated more, and they will stay and be more committed to the company. Now, the compliance is simplified here. First of all, we have worker support, which covers full-time and part-time. A lot of people don't realize that part-timers can also get employee benefits, the ones that are working off of a 1099 tax form. Then you have, the turnkey setup, which is a minimal human resources effort because it's all set up together. It's all one package. And they don't have to do everything themselves. BEB 360 will help them with it. So number one is the turnkey setup. Number two is the worker support. And then number three, it's flexible contracts, no long-term commitments. So that's always good too. That way, if they need to change their coverage later, they can always do that also. So you have adoptable solutions. Number one, they can customize packages based on the company's size and needs. And then number two, it's tailored to the industry specific, whatever type of industry it is, tailored to the different sectors, right? As far as hotels or manufacturing, car dealers and what's so forth. And it's budget friendly, and there's a solution for any budget. And as you may or may not know, it's not expensive at all to get a customized employee benefits for all your employees. And the people like that. Now, as far as that goes, the companies can get Fortune 500 benefits at a low cost. And with that, they can enhance employee satisfaction and improve their retention. And they also have a competitive edge and stand out from the competition because there isn't anything else like this around. We are exclusive to this. This is a unique policy. Therefore, uh, the access to top level offerings are here that other companies can't get without being a Fortune 500 company. So we have the ability to offer the companies Fortune 500 benefits at the cost of a wholesale that they wouldn't normally get anyway. Now, in reference to the closing remarks to this overview, it's exclusive start. They want to contact us for a free consultation. Okay. It's easy to integrate because we help them get started, and then the EB360 helps them move forward with it. They take over everything. I mean, we don't really have to do much selling or any selling at all, other than through our pages on our sites and also advertising. And then the thing that's nice about that is the benefits are tailored to fit. They align the benefits with their goals. So whatever the company goals are, whatever the employees of that company suggested and have suggested that they want, they can most likely find it with this program. So, where do you begin? That's what everybody's trying to keep straight in their mind. First, understand that you do not have to be a presenter to do this. You don't have to do learn a whole bunch of stuff. You will want to approach companies actually that you already know that you go to, like your favorite restaurant, your car wash, any local companies, retail that you frequent. And a lot of times, if you know the owner or the person in charge of employee benefits, you want to be able to talk to them. And the easy way to do is, get yourself set up with a Zoom call or tell them, if they're interested in maintaining their employees and giving them the best benefits that they can at the least amount of money, then you can give them the opportunity to do that. Now, if it's a real small mom and pops type thing, they don't have probably a employee benefits department, right? They just have the owner. And so you would talk to that owner. So this is something that companies need to help them not only retain their top talent, but be able to hire the best talent possible. Believe me, they're looking for this now. That with the economy, they need to have an advantage over everybody else. There's a lot of competition out there. And what will make them have the edge over their competition? We are able to offer them this to give them that edge. The companies save money, number one, with a payless program, right? That's built into it, and they can get the best benefits for their employees in addition. So, the last thing that you want to remember is that they can write off any expenses as a business deduction. So we help them lower their business expenses. We help them get Fortune 500 benefits at the lowest cost possible, starting with $30. And all of that they already have, but can pay less for, they can declare as a business expense write-off. Right. So now that you have the general idea of what this program has to offer, what do you need to do? Are you ready? Do you know what you need to do? Have you done it? Well, here's what you need to do. First of all, you need to build your PBS blog page. Now, before beginning to build any blog page, no matter what it is, do your research. We tell everybody that. Don't depend on your instructor or Rory. You can get started. In this case, look at the below resources for what we're talking about, employee benefits. You can always see what kind of page Rory wrote. And you know that he'll always have a page up before everybody else because he knows what it's all about. And then we can just extrapolate the information that he has, put it into our own words. And then your other resource that you have is to look at your instructor's page to see what their take on the subject is. Okay. Now, everybody, from the top down should have their pages before you do, so you'll have other references. Also on Thursday night, Stacy's been putting out a lot of pages that she's done, and Thursday nights are good training, especially lately with all the new projects that we have. They've been working on that on Thursday nights. And now, the information is brought to us starts off on Tuesday nights and then followed up on Saturday mornings. So for everybody that's here and new or old, been here a long time, those are important calls that you want to make sure you're always attending. As a matter of fact, I picked up one thing from Stacy last Thursday that I incorporated into my web page that I didn't even think about. But it doesn't matter how much you pick up, even if it's one morsel, that's something you wouldn't normally have. So for this BEB 360, you can go to the product site also, which is there on the screen, beb360.com. And this is for informational purposes only. Okay. So you want to take that information, go to your website, and put it into your own words. Now, the main purpose of your blog page, right? They're saying, what do I do? Where do I go? What's it all about? Well, the main purpose of building your blog page is to get the business owners or the head of the employee department to make an appointment with you. The main purpose of building your blog page is to get the business owners or the heads of the employee department to make an appointment with you. In that page, the only link that you're going to have and you want them to click on is your form link to get in contact with them, which is right there. This is the way the form link would look. Everybody would have their own. Now, if you're new, you don't have it, but still, you can. That's the one and only link. When you get to that part in your training and evolution in PBS, you'll have this sent to you. And the way it works is here's the what happens. For those of you who've been here a while, like I said, you should already have your form. But here's how you'll get it, and especially for the new people that you're looking for, that you don't have that form yet. When it's given to you, you'll get an email from Matt to your business email. Matt is our um, t- technical supervisor, let's call him. He's in charge of all our CRMs and forms and everything that we're working with. So if there's any technical issues, we go to Matt. Matt happens to live in Hawaii, so we have to give him time to get back to us, even though if we have something late at night, it's still early enough for him to work on it. So your instructor then can assist you if you can't find it. It'll also be on your customer card that your instructor can look for. Now, here's what it'll look like. Take a look close on the screen. The email will say from Rory Poster. And of course, you'll have your date. And then the subject will be your new PBS Vortex link for SHGBEB360, and then it'll have your name. So that's what you're going to look for in your email. If you don't find it in your inbox, check your spam folder. Now I'm going to show you the whole email. It'll say hello and your name, right? Obviously. We have added a new form that is part of your PBS Vortex. So you have to be part of the PBS Vortex, folks. If you're not going to be able to get this link. Now, this is the PBS underscore SHG BEB 360, and it'll be in your leads. That will be able to show in your Triple R 247 administration account, your CRM. Okay. So again, you need to be in the PBS Vortex. Now, your link is a unique link. Everybody's is different, obviously. So what it'll look like is something like you saw in the previous slide, but it's like this, triple R247 SRM.com form, blah, 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 blah. And this, you know how long it is like 20, 25 links, I mean, characters long. You know, it's a long one. So I didn't put the whole thing in there because everybody's different. Your exact link will be longer than this. Now, the other thing that you want, and a lot of people get confused about, are the thank you pages that we have. Okay. For the BEB 360, you have a you have to make a page. And this is what it'll be, the URL. It'll be https colon forward slash yoursite.com thank dash you and the number two. You will have to make a thank you to page. We don't have that. You don't get it when you join. So you need to have the form, and then when they fill out the form and submit it, they'll be directed to your thank you page, your thank you to page. Hopefully you'll understand that. And again, that's what's great about this recording. You keep it and also keep the PDF so that you can always refer back to it if you forget. Because I'm sure it'd be easy to forget what's the difference between thank you and the thank you to page when to use it. So we've added a new form that is part of your PBS Vortex. Remember, this is all part of the email that you're going to get. Please use this for your PBS page, which is your site, and the URL is employee-benefits. So first and foremost, you need to have made an employee-benefits page. That is your URL. That's the keyword, employee benefits, and that's what you'll get on your memes when you get memes. Now, this is currently being trained on Saturdays and will be ongoing until everybody is, well, we're always getting new people in anyway. So it's always going to be going on to help everybody else understand what this is all about. Now, the last part of it is my employee benefits is, you see my link there. And this is your main keyword, employee benefits, again. And the memes will show that. So if you look at my meme over on the right, on the bottom, you'll see it has my link there. That's what yours would look like. It'll have your website.com and then employee benefits. So when you're making your employee benefits page, make sure that's the first keyword or key phrase that you put in there, employee benefits. So now you have employee benefits. You have to make yourself a thank you to, and these are active links, so you can always click on them to see what Rory has made for a thank you to, and my employee benefits page. Okay. So this is what's called a meme over on the right-hand side. And anybody that has joined, they'll get that. Now, here is something unique too. This is your form that you get with your unique link in it. Now, it'll look just like this with your name on the bottom. And this is the only the top half since I couldn't print the whole thing at one time. So we'll just do it separately. That's the second page right there, the middle part. I got an arrow here. See, I'm pointing to position. If you remember that, when I go to the next slide, it's going to reference it. So this is the middle part, and this is what I'll be talking about, or what the form talks about, position. Now, this is showing you how easy it is to use. Even if you know the person personally, you still want them to fill out this form. Now, make sure that in the position block, they are the person who can make the decisions for the employee benefits. Don't mess around with people that, you know, have no authority to make decisions. Your time is valuable, their time is valuable. So make sure they conf they affirm and confirm that they're the actual people, the head of HR or the owner that can make a decision. And on the bottom, it'll show your name and your site. And that's how they'll know it's your form that they're filling out. So here's the rest of the email. See an example here. I have Rory's employee benefits as well as the YouTube live recording located here. So there you go. You got the YouTube if you have any questions on how to do all of this, and his actual site. It's got it under leroy3.com instead of the 1f16.com. Now, the Savings Global Highway BEB 360 program is offering huge commissions for us in marketing and gaining business clients, for these incredible and super affordable employee benefits. We are working in our teams to create even more income from this incredible anchor offer. Number 3, sincerely, Matt Yu, CTO and customer support team with Rory. So that's his title, CTO and customer support. Matt, we just call him Matt. Matt Hura. Okay. So when going over the benefits to the people, first set up a time for you to talk to the person who has the final say so. Second, using a Zoom room is the best method to have the meeting. Okay. So if you're with them personally and you have your laptop, then you can use that anyway. But if you're doing it remotely, then a Zoom, number one, is big. Number two, you can share your screens. And so, the third option here, you can have them fill out the form. So, it's located at this site. Now, BEB 360 has the same form on their site, but Rory has set this up so that it's all internal. Therefore, this is the one and only page you want to go to that has the benefits. It's the rr247.com/employee benefits. So get familiar with this page and mark it, pin it to the top of your browser so you'll always have it there and you won't get it mixed up with the BEB 360s. So before you call, you can use this, let them look at it, if they're really, really busy, or you can fill out the form by sharing your Zoom screen with them. Now, remember, they can't send it in without your name and information on the form. So, option A, if you know them really good, especially, you can have them fill out the form by going to this URL, rr247.com/employee benefit. However, if you don't know them well, but you really know that they're they are interested, then you can do a one-on-one Zoom sharing with them. Now, number four, relax and ask the questions and ask the final question for the benefits. Which are the seven most important benefits do you think your employees would love to have? Get them thinking about it. Or, near the bottom part of all the selections and options, it says, please choose your top 5 to 7 important benefits from the list below. Understand that when they talk to BEB 360 people, representatives, um, Dustin and the others, they're going to ask them, and they're also going to have a package. So what they're going to do is present them with at least a couple packages, one for the 30 and up and that they choose, and one special one that only has like the 5 or 7 benefits there. So they can start off with one and they can always upgrade to more, So if they are hurting for money, which they shouldn't because this isn't that expensive, especially if you're a good business. But they'll have their option, you see. So that's always good. And that's why we want them to fill out the whole sheet, the whole form. Now, the cost of the packages are from $30 to up to 99, 98, whatever, but it's under $100. Again, this is for Fortune 500 benefits, so it's great. So for your information, this can be 100% tax deductible for the companies. Now we know that. Anything the companies invest in for the business is tax deductible. So they may want to check with their CPA to verify deductibility, but for this low amount of money, I mean, you can't beat it with a stick. Now, the final opportunity for them, the business expenses lowered. Remember, there's now 2 parts to this. They've combined the lowering expenses with the benefits. So they can save thousands of dollars with business bill renegotiation, and they do not have to switch their providers. Now, since you came this far, see if they would be interested in saving money on their expenses that they're already paying for without switching their vendors. It's something that is already there. They're paying for it. Now, we know we've been told that even if they have just negotiated and got their bills lowered within the last month, 2 or 3, really recently, that they may still be able to lower the bills more for them. And if they can't, they're not going to pay anything. So it's worth them looking into it. So there's no reason for them to say, no, I'm not interested. And if they say that, you say you're not interested in lowering your bills anymore. If you could, wouldn't you be interested in it? Well, I mean, what person would say no, right? Everybody wants to save money. So this is what it'll look like. When you're filling out the form, remember I said they couldn't do it without your information there. So this is the information, and a lot of people get confused as exactly what to put in. And I'm going over that with you now. Who introduced you? This is part of that whole big form. So it says, please enter the name of the referring agent. Now, the referring agent is you. So enter the first and last name of the agent who referred you. You put your name there. You're the agent. Now, this is the next part is confusing. It said usually to people, this is confusing. Agent and username. Enter the agent code or username of the person referred you. What you put is your SHG username here. Where you find it is look under where it says username here in red, and you'll see it says profile. You go into your back office, your dashboard, right? And you click under your name and you go to profile. When you click on profile, this part will come up. Personal information. Look in under personal information, and you'll see your personal account and underneath number, and then underneath that, you'll see your username. Mine is 6Y80. So if you need
Yeah,
to
and it's
know,
really good information here. The phone died.
if you need to know where your username is, this is where you look. And underneath that, it has the site name. So if you're confused about what your SHG site name is, you find it there. Now, the agent's phone number, obviously, that's your phone number. Okay. So I know this is very helpful for everybody, for me, for you. So again, keep the recording and keep the PDF format for future reference. Now, what do you do after that? And how do you get the people? Well, other than talking to them personally, because you already know them, you can do some advertising. And you want to make sure that it's only for American companies, remember? And therefore, depending on the social media that you use, you want to make sure, just like in classified ads for free, for example, like I have here, this is one of my ads, and this is my link. That's still in America. So classified ads for free has poor, other countries all around. You don't want to advertise to them, just all within the United States. And you can, make the ads short but important, concise, and always have a good call to action. And remember, what you want them to do is to go to your employee benefits page. So this is where I have it laid out. Over on the right are the two images that I used with my site underneath them, 6y80.com/employee benefits. Those are the memes. These are just two of some of the memes that you would get for employee benefits. And that's what a nice little classified ad would look like. You don't need to write a whole story, and you just want to give them the object, the chance to get to your website and learn more about it. Once they're at your page, then they can choose to fill out the form and you can move forward from there. So for the people that don't know anybody, you can advertise doing it this way and using any of your social media. Now, after that, after they register, and you want to complete the details so we can get you going as incredible value for your employees' benefits, absolutely no obligation. That's the basic information that you have there. Now, after they do that, they're taken to your thank you to page. So I want to show you the difference between the thank you and the thank you to, because I know it's confusing. I've been confused and I have to look at this, keep reminding myself, which is the difference, So the thank you page, what is what you have? Okay, the thank you page comes with your PBS setup. However, the thank you to page does not. So remember, you have to build a thank you to page, and you can click on mine or anybody's, thank you to see what they have. You can click on Rory's. Now, in a infographic, I got this actually from the Thursday night training. So here's the page that relates to each other. The employee benefits, which is what we're talking about today, uses the thank you to, right? The real estate, the multifamily, that is the original thank you that you have on your site, but you have to update it to include the multifamily real estate. And again, you want to look at your instructors first. You can look at Rory's for references, but this is good to keep in front of you so you can keep remembering which goes to which. I know it'll come in handy for me. Remember over on the left-hand side in yellow, you already have a thank you page, but you will have to create a thank you to page. So you have your homework cut off for you. If you don't have it yet, you want to build an employee benefits page, a thank you to page, and get your form from PBS Vortex. So you want to join the PBS Vortex too if you haven't already. And that is it in a nutshell. And I want to thank you for watching. Hopefully, you've learned a lot. And remember, I'll also be updating, uploading the video on this and sending it to you through WhatsApp and the Google Chat. I'll put it there too, along with the PDF link.
So Tom, I got a question for you.
Okay.
When we are making our employee benefits page, I actually got two questions. Fair enough. So why? Sorry, actually, so just one. When we are making a page, are we able or allowed to put in the page BEB 360?
As far as the pages go, no,
Right. And why?
because you don't want people circumventing you and going directly to BEB 360 because that is the site, BEB360.com. So that's usually the first thing I do when I see something like that. I say, well, let me check it out myself. And I go to whatever is being referenced. So if I do it, everybody's going to do it because they figure, what the heck? If I can go directly, then I don't have to pay the middleman extra for this. I can get a discount on it. So same thing with all of our products. Basically, you don't want to actually put the company name of it because for that reason.
Well, yeah, right. And so for that reason, as well as we need to remember that Steve Gresham, which is the one that runs Stevens Harbor Global, he has told us specifically this is not to be mass marketed. So Rory has found a way to market it without actually using the name B360. And we need to remember when we are telling people, we don't just give them the form and they go and do it themselves. We need to, like Tom said, we need to meet with them on Zoom and do a one-to-one meeting.
Yeah, and that's why we have that special form with our RR247.com link as opposed to the BEB 360 form because of that reason, what Joel just said. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording so you have that information and we can continue with, questions. So let's stop the recording.